right. Oh, I'm just gonna wait a few minutes, and then yeah. Well, for anyone watching now or watching later, yeah, I'm the last like little 2 videos I kind of put out like last week and a half or something like that. I just been back in the mood of well, I don't. Again, I'll just say not like wanting to stream. It's more like able to stream, like actually having a good computer, and well, it's more like the internet. Actually, having actual upload speed is like more important than the computer itself. I got 1 ticket left because I've been playing through some missions within the last 2 weeks, and after this one mission, I want to show my progress on a possible. I've been teetering with this idea for like the last like 2-3 years, and it's not the project that I talked about like late. Well, I guess it's like 5 months ago was the last time I did a progress on the project that I mentioned about. So, what's the MvM project? Well, greetings, some dude on the internet, I guess, or is it you guess, depending how you know. Oh, it's just something I've been kind of just having a backup. I like to plan. If I'm not able to do stuff because of limitations on not having developers whenever I was with doing custom weapons or just anything in general, I always like to plan. I just like to plan stuff. Only a fraction of it actually truly sees the light of day, and or is actually possible. And I was like, I need to do something for MvM. Like I wanted to do something for MvM. Well, we kind of did for with custom weapons for MvM, but it was nowhere near what I wanted. And but over time, since due to the player count lowering, and then I didn't make the actual decision. I was like, the overall vote with the staff was to cut the MvM servers just because of what little to no usage, which was taking up server resources, the actual server like costs, and I'm like, that makes sense, and so I was like, this always been in the back of my mind of like wanting to. I'm sorry, my mat. Hold on. I have a mat that I feel on. Oh God, what fell? I'm so sorry. Oh God, that scared me. Anywho, I did a stream like a week ago, but it was like 2 hours of more talking than like really, because I was debating about how it should be really done. Like, I was like, should it be in the vein of, say, what's inspired by the stadium from Overwatch, instead of just like the more linear what MvM is. I'm going with that, but I'm going you'll see. It's but I definitely want to. It's not going to have custom because I posted this on our Discord. I have not technically posted this on the Steam group or on the here on YouTube. Technically, the fact that I guess I forgot. I had to check the Discord to see when I actually made the announcement. But like ever since like maybe 2020, I basically haven't been part of custom weapons. It's just I left the people in charge that everyone's gonna have say good or bad things, but I trust the current people, and it's just life stuff. There's just multiple reasons, but anyway. So besides the actual project that I alluded to, in which even that's on hiatus, which you know what? Let me hold on. Let me tweak. Don't mind the text. I'm just Um, I'm going to use the same text after the first MvM part, and then when I kind of show off what my progression so far, my planning, copy, paste. Hold on, I'm sorry, I don't do. It's been a while since I've really used OBS. I think okay, good. Okay, there it is. Okay. Let's say the project I mentioned 5 months ago is it. I don't know why that doesn't look good. The project I mentioned 5 months ago is on hiatus until I find a map maker. Yeah. And then this MvM related project is new and may or may not happen. But I wanna. It's new and maybe. Wait. I don't know why this does not look good. Hold on, I'm so sorry. This MvM related project is new and may or may not happen. But I wanna. Just gonna. Oh. How do I? Is it this? Whoop. Okay. Yep. Hold on. Is it that? Whoa, where'd my text go? Whoa. What the heck? I messed up. Am I just gonna have to, okay. Hold on. Copy. Paste. Grab the text that I try to use. Delete that. Text. Paste. There we go. And then, there we go. Okay. That's just going to be right there at the bottom, just for constant, just kind of like, boom. Anywho, so, okay. I guess I'll go ahead and start. I don't know if anyone's, oh, I hate when I grab the chat thing. It really moves around. I just want it right there. Anyway, so hopefully some dude, hopefully stick around. Like I say, I did it again. I did that again. Sorry. Hopefully you'll stick around or at least technically come back and maybe after this is posted and, like 40 to 45 minutes after this point, and you can check it out. But yeah, I'm just gonna do a match and then kind of show my progress. But yeah, like a week ago I kind of did it, and then it's 2 hours of not too much progress because it's debating, and I was like, no, the easier route is to stick with the format that's technically an MvM instead of trying to mirror what Stadium from Overwatch is currently doing. Because my idea was like have the main features of every weapon. Like basically, you can only have stock, and then you can equip certain aspects of the main thing of certain weapons. Like say the only one I did was I got to was the scatter gun, where you can and I had the 3 rankings of common, rare, and so legendary. But anyway, and some of them are clearly better than others, especially if you remove the negatives that go with it, and you can equip it. But then some of them should probably have some reload bonus. How does the reload and fire rate bonus work? I mean, I guess in Stadium that kind of that kind of gives each one. So I'm like, I don't know. The thing is, some of them are hard to legitly pull out and have just there, because let's say the short stop shove, should that still be a thing? But it's it gets kind of weird, you know what I mean? But I mean, it'd be a cool idea. We can have a one weapon that happens to have the main perks, you know. So I'm just gonna stick it with what MvM is, but a little bit more fleshed out with the upgrades. Obviously, there's a lot of weapons that don't have like max upgrades. Like, what is it? Like the shorts. Why is scouts? Hold on, I need to see some other. Oh wait, what is wrong with their eyes? Can you? I don't know if you can see, but it's like the error. Oops. What in the? I don't know if I've got any mods on. Huh, that is weird. Huh. Anyway. Oops, I need to see. Oh, which I can unselect. And I guess I'll do soldier. Also, you think I should equip my oh man, it's the one side. You can tell us whenever I did MvM probably way too much. Okay, let me just wait for the other people to join. But yeah, it just, I'll show a little more details. I was trying to get creative with some of the things, but like first off is like making sure all weapons have upgrades like throughout. Like the direct hit only has 3 ticks because it already technically has damage bonus, but it's like it already has the main thing of the splash rate reduction. So obviously that's going to get 4 ticks, or equivalent of 4 ticks. So in theory you can get 125% damage. And like the I think like the Force of Nature and the Soda Popper don't have, I believe, the reload bonus or fire rate or both. I know Shortstop does not have the reload perk, and it should. And things like, I need to find out if, well, the thing is, I guarantee the vanilla version of this does not work, so it'll have to be just coded where it's like the if you happen to use the and I also want to do upgrades. Oh, is this everyone? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, someone's still waiting. But also I want to make certain weapons have better upgrades. Say the Bison, so it's an actual harder choice to like, or something like that. But say the Jetpack for whatever you call it, the Thermal Thruster. Since you can stomp people and kill them, shouldn't that have the gain health on kill thing on it? I have a sneaking suspicion the vanilla version will not work on it, so it'd have to just be custom made. Stuff like that. Like try to do upgrades that would work throughout, and then start introducing some unique ones. Okay, so I guess I'm staying soldier. And I'm also trying to work in a lot of the unique stuff that's like within custom weapons. I'm pretty sure I have more than enough right. I'm pretty sure none of the group will be upset since since I started it. But you know, some of those I would like to work into some of the upgrades you can choose. But yeah, okay. Anyway, I guess if anyone else is lingering there, how you doing? Also, I'm trying to be sneaky of getting a response. Let's see. Wow. I turned up another setting that I was messing with a week ago on that stream that I didn't save. It's one of those encoding things to make it more CPU intensive. And keep in mind, TF2 is very much a CPU bound game, and even so, it's hovering between 25 to 30. 20 to 30% or something like that, and I've not dropped a single frame, so which is good. And I don't want to do too much of discussion, but I mean I'll probably get to it. But there's a lot of classes that Because trust me, it's not like I play a lot of this game to know what classes get picked more often. And I doubt adding upgrades to weapons that don't have upgrades that should more universal would make certain things better. But like, yeah, things like I'm going to make the grenade launcher upgrades more cost effective. Is it cost effective? What's the word? Better costing, and like all the sticky bombs launchers in generally cost more. Not a crazy amount, but like there will be a cost increase. But they'll have unique upgrades to compensate for that, so... Mostly, regardless of what you do, trust me, I had my plenty of my... Oh, I hope he wrangles that, please. My criticism for, like, you know, what new weapons are added, or custom weapons, or the changes we did to official weapons. A lot of... criticism. Oh god, is that our spy? Oh, never mind. We have the gas passer. Yeah, I want to... That's clearly going to get removed because I don't like that. In my opinion, sniper and spy in demo, and then technically soldier with, say, a buff banner should be the only ones that should, you know, basically explosive classes or the precise class. They should be the one being able to take out medics like that. A throwable for pyro to do the same thing. That's more effort, less effort. That's a little too easy. But obviously, I'll try to, you know, give the gas passer some more unique upgrades to make that worth it. It should do what, you know, what most people say, aerial denial. It should basically do what we did for the, our one, custom flamethrower that does, like, the hay, well, essentially the oil spills. I'm spacing how to say it, ironically. You know, stuff like that. Oh, look, has joined. Ironically, I rock a Christmas minigun just because I keep scrapping my metal. Oh yeah. Also, wait. Besides the increase of the CPU usage and whatnot, I also changed it to where I'm also streaming in 1440p. Which, if you got the internet, go for it. Which, again, I don't know how smooth, if it really is that smooth or not. So. Should I mini crit boost the the pyros? I helped. Huh? What? Huh. Huh. Well, that's something. Ha. Well, yes, I will re-queue. Okay. Yeah, just for that. Gonna do that option. Huh. I about to say, we didn't join the potato group, did we? I don't think we did. Oh. At least this time I didn't have to put a note where it's like, how's my mic audio when compared to the game? Because again, I figured that one out. Let me check with my phone. I think I'm also streaming at 1440p. And I guess I'll check later. No. Can't hope for you know, like wave 5 or wave, towards the end. Who's the people that I gotta watch their names again, because I'd really hate to be the same. I don't think they are. Ironically, it's the same wave, so, but I'll wait. I wonder why their eyes are messed up. I don't think I have to check my mods again. I don't think I've got anything currently installed. I should just play off of my sound monitor or the stream. I can see the stream. I love how, even though that's in 60 and this is above 240, I always find it funny when you compare the difference of going lower in frame rate. It just looks like it's just everything going in slow motion. It's really weird. Let's see. Guess medic. Oh, medic. Medic. All right. Yeah, I honestly prefer at least the first wave or two with the overdose, just for the extra movement to mobility. I'll sometimes switch to the crossbow, but I don't go like, what's the best meta weapon? I go for survivability. Oh yeah, I can look now. Hold on, let's see. I think this stream's in 1440p. Let's see. Oh. Only shows 1080. I have no idea what YouTube does for streaming. I mean, I'll keep it as is. I got something in my eye. It's my eye. Jeez. Oh, I'm so glad I was not in his way. Okay, I'm just gonna... Okay, good. Alright. Jeez. Let's turn the bug zapper on. Somebody, go. Anybody? No. Giving you heals to survive that. Oh. Yeah, we'll see. It's a milkman. I'm assuming this guy has the gas passer because I'm gonna have to do that. I know this is not gonna be. No, wait, gas. That was gas passer. I mean, I'll say personally, I would obviously like a somewhat average, not crazy easy, but like not hard match. Let's look at it. Oh no! That was a trap. That was a trap. Ah. Oops. Oops, a daisy. We'll pretend that just didn't happen. See? We're back here. We're not a problem. Okay, gonna have to... Oh, I just thought an upgrade. Oh no, it makes the shield better though. The shield's too good. And I'm like, I don't know the only time this would be good. I wouldn't mind the idea of upgrades in which you remove one element to give another. Which is removing the damage dealing of the shield, which is really good. But maybe when the shield is deployed, it does like the AoE from the amputator, essentially. But I don't know if... I don't know if that makes the amputator itself underwhelming. I don't know. I don't know. I wonder if I should crits. Okay, we're just doing that to get everyone back up. Up. No. No. Woo-wee! Oh, that was something. Alright. Let's see. I need a little bit of movement. What else can I like kind of mention about that project that I'll talk about more of my notes after this match? I did mention. I know I'll hopefully mention it again once I finish here, but I'll mention it here. I'm like, one thing I've never like tried to get into contact, or at least try to be a part of, is like the potato group. They honestly seem like a good, trustworthy, like never had a real problem group, and so wouldn't mind, finding a map that's being made that might fit with the theme, That'd be the closest. Besides just running it on my servers. Spa. Oh no. I think that slow-moving scout may not be an actual scout. Yeah. Don't stab me. Oh, by the way, one of the upgrades that I thought about, like, I'm just gonna say for Engineer Sentry. Oh, I'm semi excited. I'm like, I want it to work. Oh, jeez, that was a weird lag spike. And I'm like, I want it to work. I've not had a good chance of like popping this thing. I'm literally probably gonna do it. I guess probably this for these. Can I get? Oh, 2, 3. Oh, that was a good use. Oh, that's nope. Nope. Oh god. Just hit a fade button. Just like you're not seeing the stream. Oh god. I was hoping the heavier power would get up there. But nope. Okay. And the only person I could crits was the engineer. Which, it was for him to be fisted to death 3 times. Oh, don't. Alright. He's got it. He's got it. Like I said in some of the other some of the like my last streams, which was like I'm trying to, stream at least once a week. I kind of have done it the 3 weeks in a row, but the last one I removed because it felt a little unnecessary. Oh, I forgot you can do this. This is stupid that actually works. Tapping. I need to time that. That really is faster. It seems faster. Okay, Heavy. We're doing the safe bet of critsing here. Oh! I swapped off by accident. La 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 la. Nah, we're saving that. Up, up. Jump. Up, up. Yep, 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 yep. That's a screenshot there. I mean, dang. And we're fine. We're only still missing that $6 from the beginning. There we go. See, and let's see who's the NG or in let's see. Is the crit noise still happening for you? You can reset these sounds with is it like no, that's it. In your console. That should be fine. That does, it's fine. Okay, okay. Okay. Need some bullet. Maybe a little bit more bullet. Maybe, oh, I can't do speed. That's right, don't do speed. Oh. I wonder if it's okay. Yeah. That's weird. All right. Let's see. We got a bag of M&Ms. Well, I'm not one for the. I don't like the plain M&Ms. It's not a dislike. I'm like it's too plain. I don't like the one with peanut. Ironically, the one I just adore, if I'm really craving it, is the peanut butter M&Ms. This shit, it's addicting. Yeah, this wave is. Yeah, I'm not really chancing it. And boom. Because I gotta keep the main damage dealer alive just so we don't get ran over. Oh. Yep. I see what it's. Sorry, Heavy. Up, up, up. I might survive a hit. No, I can't. Oh, let them cap. Yeah, they need a cap. That scout's gonna get us. Yeah, well, that's fine. Got enough time. Okay. Oh. I'm only get one free hit. Man. Oh, another random side note. The one thing I definitely want to do, because I was thinking to myself, if I keep flushing out more and more this idea I've got for MvM, it's just gonna feel like Uber upgrades if you ever played that game mode. The thing is, from last time I played, there wasn't a whole lot of unique upgrades. Usually, you can equip. You can equip just about any upgrade or any attribute that's in the game on just about any weapon, and there's a small handful of unique stuff. Obviously, that's what I want to better differentiate, and the fact that it's crazy upgrades. Like I want it to be like this costs $750. This costs $500 or blah blah blah. I want it to be more fair, and not like towards the end. As long as you can collect money, then you can definitely feel like a god. This sentry's... Oh. Honestly, I rarely see them putting the sentry on that corner there. Make sure everyone got heals. Up! Just waiting for the jumpy guy. Waiting for jumpy guy. Not this jumpy guy. And there we go. Get him back up real quick. Get him... Up. Okay. Well, it kind of worked. Did I? Huh, weird. Yeah, I forgot how much blast resistance I got. I think 1 tick. That was sadly my mouse. Happened last time. I really need to switch to my better mouse. And we're fine. Honestly, $15 is not a big deal. You should never have to worry about getting an A+. It's nicer, but probably that. Let's get a little bit of jump. Alright. It dead. It's more like, look, soldier is dead. Not this, but not this one. Thumbs up to you too. Tom. I threw some extra M's in there. How you doing, Tom? Is this the crit one? Yeah. Well, Scout, you're gonna stay dead. Dodge rockets, hopefully. I hate when people don't actually know that's happening. Oh yeah, there's no, because those are battalions, right? Yeah, there's no need to crits on them. Alright, I don't know if this is a controversial thing to say. Because you know you can easily glitch the Sentry Buster to basically stay alive, but like being a loop. I don't like that. Because Ubersaw is already free crits if you know what you're doing. Doing that is basically, you might as well just have the command to give yourself crits, honestly. I don't like. I said earlier I like a match to be fair enough, but not easy, obviously. Obviously not hard. That turns it into easy mode. I don't like that. I think out of all of my matches I did, I think I've had like a couple of engineers. I mean, a couple of engineers do that. Luckily, I never got someone who got mad to where I was not taking the opportunity for the free crits and like to kick me or whatever, because I was still doing my job and I was like, you know, is. I forget because it's down there, right? Oh yes, gotta wait for the battalions. Okay, Heavy, you're gonna come down here? You're gonna slowly make your way down here? I would love to crit someone, like, I'll crit the Pyro if I've got to. Yep, I will be, guess, critting the Pyro. Look, 2 sentries. Haha. Yeah. I know it's clever, isn't it? Whoop! Yep. Gotta get somebody. Oh, yep. Yep. It's always at like 98%. Yeah, it's fine. There's no need to buy back. If this respawn could be any longer, I'd be tempted to. Jeez. And we'll get some health on kill for it. Yep, gotta walk it. Ooh, no, I'm... Ah! I've always thought when you see a medic running around just with this out, the courteousness of like not immediately killing, you know, every bot coming. It's the definition of annoying. I'm just gonna pretend that my teammates. Oh, thank you. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Be great if it's. He's very low. Should I just crit? Not just do that. Oh. Yeah. Oh, okay. So let's see. What? Probably 15 more minutes from now. Yeah. And then I'll do some other little half of the stream. In theory, I'm changing the place I work at. I'm still waiting, sadly, just for replacements, essentially. But I'm changing my position where I work because, basically, I think I went into it on one of the other streams. Basically, back issue and just need to work somewhere I can be more healthy. That's like the short answer. Anyway, ironically, my hours will actually be more because I've got very uniform, but I got 2 days where it's like it throws my days off by 4 hours, and it's kind of weird, but I'm used to it. But if it changes, I may try to stream possibly every day for like it may be 2 hours or like an hour, but constant. Sad part is I don't know. I mean, I could just be doing other games I play or want to play. You know, I forgot this is the knockback guy. Kind of because I need to pump up my numbers on the YouTube. I didn't realize that I'm below the requirements for ads for an unknown amount of time. So since I would kind of want that for my actual project, I'd be like, yeah. I'll do that just in case. Whee! I want. Sandwich? Do you have a sandwich? Sandwich? I don't think he does. Oh my, what? Oh, jeez. I don't know if I want to. No. There we go. Anyone else? That'll be fine. There it goes. Look at this little guy go. Oh, here's a definitely controversial change that I'm going to be hopefully doing with this mod. I'm removing the option for the disposable mini sentry. Oh no! But literally moving it to the gunslinger as a $1 upgrade. Basically a free upgrade. There, problem solved. Ah, crits. It's so loud. Shoot. There's a big guy right. Okay, you know, he's fine. That image, I bet he's still alive. Oh, it is. Oh, wow, never mind. Wait, 75 health on kill. Wow. I've seen plenty of like late waves of players not grabbing that, which is crazy. I mean, like, yeah, we have a medic, but you know, you should get that so you can self-sustain yourself and not rely on me. Oh, does he have knockback? Oh, let's keep this guy. Someone got past. Well, I'm just gonna... Nope. Oh, yep. Let's just get you up real quick. Don't know where to aim. No, we're just gonna... Nope. Ah, nope. I have no idea. Oh, hey, he had very little health left. Up, oh! Yep. Okay. Well. I think we're fine, honestly. I mean, you just gotta... fine. I just gotta save this for the giant medic. Which we might maybe. There he is. Yep, he is priority keeping alive. Yep, see, we're good. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, oh my goodness. And it's our part. Yeah, I think we lost this. Yep. I think literally like 20 grenades detonated in a corner in which we could not go anywhere. But we're fine. I've seen worse. I've played on, much worse teams. Like, this is still doable. Hold on, let me, see if I can move anything around. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Looks like... Okay, we'll give that a try. Okay. But yeah, I think that's honestly, it might be a good idea. Because it'd be around, let's see. It'd be around this time. Well, say 18 minutes from now. So the next, this coming up hour, I would stream for like an hour, maybe 2. And I might legitimately try to do it every day. Or at least 5 to 6 times a week. I don't know. I may, I might try to put something where it's like, hey, if you want to donate, because I honestly still, like, I don't think I haven't really gotten anyone for a trade donation, essentially, for, like, it's happened, like, a couple of times, and I would always credit them in, like, the most recent video, or YouTube video. But I might need that for MvM tickets because that's going to add up. You know what I mean? Look at those damage numbers. 4,000. 5,000. Can it be over 9,000? Really? And there we go. You got a dispenser. You're fine. Whoop. Again. Oh, there we go. Well, I'm up. Oh, that'd be funny. No! Not milk! Okay, reaction. Hey, look at that. A good person to... Is this overkill? Yeah, we're just gonna do that, do that. There's engineer. We're gonna, oh, jeez. No. We're just gonna collect this money. Just go out, oop. In theory, as long as they don't get the next. I mean, that gate makes it more difficult, but yeah. Sad part is there's no, like, bots. Oh, there is. Just gonna just get some. Let's not waste this charge. Alright. Should he not been inside the fence? You know, just saying. Oh god, I did not realize. Thank goodness. I got 2 ticks, I think, right, of resistance. Alright, 2. I gotta be somewhat more careful. That was a lot of damage. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, good. No, we're gonna cut the losses. Oh, that works. Oh. Right. Nope. Just gonna hopefully get a good target to... No. Yep. Can I get a target? Yeah, if they funnel in one spot, like it, you know. It's always hard to decide when to crits and when not to crits. Oh god. Wait. What? Oh, the power. Oh, I bet. Yeah, okay. Sometimes it's so weird to sometimes get the giant medic separated. Honestly, the funniest thing is I've actually seen a giant medic getting attached to a sentry buster. That is hilarious when that happens. Alright, let's save this for the right movements. Keeping everyone alive. It's taking too long. Watch his ammo. I was about to say. Oop! Should I? See, that's honestly how on average match should be. You should never just dominate and they just stay at spawn. Oh. I could. No, talking about Mad Milk Medic, but we need crits. So, not a big deal. And if you've not tried out Mad Milk Medic, you need this thing, whatever. I could never pronounce it correctly. That, and basically kind of mostly max it out in your resistances. It is crazy on how much you could just face tank. I'm pretty sure 2 giant heavies, if they're using like the regular minigun, can't kill you. It takes like 3 of them to like actually get your health to like eventually go down. Or at least like, 2 giants and like 2 regular heavies or something like that. 2 regular size heavies. Some combination. I don't want to chance it with the it's actually, I guess it's more like the giant soldiers. Those are a pain. Because you usually don't do shield. Oh, stretchy. Ugh. Alright. Oh yeah, from what I remembered, from one of the matches I played while streaming, someone happened to, let's just do that. I'm going to be spamming Uber sauce, so we're going to get plenty of them. Someone happened to maybe recognize me in game because they said thank you for, they enjoyed playing with me. So I'm like, cool. Surprised he stayed scout. Whoop. You wanna yeah. Long range minigun, go! Activate! Shoot the lasers. Ooh, sneaky. Ooh, hee tee. Oh. Got a minigun, you're gonna shoot. There we go. Laser beam. Hi! Whoa! It's like a mirror that keeps moving around. Look! Who is it? Why can't this NG like... Okay, I know that didn't really do anything. Okay, I wanna stop messing around. Servant! Nope. Oh yeah, shield. I do need some. Oh, hell no. I do need some. There we go. And then shield. Bomb, 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 bomb. Bomb, bomb, bomb. I was debating about letting the power get my crits, but yeah. Oh, look at that. If that was a player, that the feeling of like it hit but you still died. That'd be the worst feeling. Up. Alright. We did it! Alright. Clap, clap. Alright. I probably got stuff. Anyway. Oh, I got a hat. Cool. Okay. So. Okay, hold on. Text, because I don't think that. Did that? Where's this? No. Okay, good. Okay. Let me open up my document. History. There it is. Okay. And then we will. Yep, there's that. Bring that up a little bit. Turn. Okay. All right. So this is a little more fleshed out of like what I was thinking about when I did this like a week ago. Actually, there we go. Well, because there's two ways you can do it, which is like my formatting of this like got messed up. There, you get the idea. Anyway, which is like this is the initial one, but it's like I think this could be. Well, I mean, this would make it more unique than Uber upgrades, you know, which is like, you know, you choose your class, but the thing is, like, you only have stock, and you choose what category you want to go into, and then, like, for example, right here, like, on hit, well, there's the knockback, like the force of nature, but it's like. The thing is, you have to kind of offset it when you start adding it up with other things. Like, there's the mini crits from behind. The thing is, if you get that, and I was like, wait, if you throw a damage penalty, this pretty much negates, or the mini crits basically negate the 25% damage penalty. And on hits, so like that's unchanged. This is the short stop effect essentially. You know, more damage, more accurate, but less bullets, so it's better for medium and long range. In which, if you mini crit from behind, that makes it almost 104 for a scattergun, or almost at regular damage. But then it's like, and then for that was going to be like the the boost from the oh, what do we call it? So wait, hold on. So that display. Oh, display, because this is still here. Never mind. What do you call it? Bayface Blaster. But the thing is, since there's already movement things you can get. Does this one seem redundant? I don't know. But the thing is, there's a lot of this would have to get changed. So like, the hype is obviously, so you do like alt fire to do that. But then if you want to do the boost, if I was debating, like, should we change to like you press special attack to get something, that's yeah. And then like, and here's the bigger problem is the classes that have, and there's certain slots that have multiple types, like Scout. He's got pistols, throwables that doesn't do damage, throwables that do damage, and so should be a thing where it's like it replaces, if you choose the upgrade for the milk, say for Mad Milk, which is, that's what this description is, are you removing your pistol and giving yourself this? So if you give yourself any upgrades, say like this, you would automatically get refunded to get that. Yeah, I didn't go, so yeah, so I mean, so there's so that actually most likely this format's probably not going to be, and this is kind of the other half of this, which is very similar to the stadiums upgrades from Overwatch, which is like each round you get upgrades. Some of this is moved over from my first kind of attempt. I was just making notes about stuff. This, and last, like I say, this was like last edited like 2002, or not 2002, 2022, and a couple that's was getting moved over, like ideas like some of this right here, which I'll just, you can pause it if you want to read it. And so now what I've done instead is just kind of the traditional, bunch of notes. It's like, what page is this? So this is 8. So, but this is this is technically the start of it. I don't know why I followed this here. So again, this is page 8 of 32, and like, it's something. But anyway, so my idea is take the current upgrades, but make it more cost efficient for start. So basically more levels, lower amounts, and lower costs, but it would still add up the same, or possibly more or less depending on what it is. Like, that's the first one. So, but I went through. So, like, for example, here's all the body up or the player upgrades. Like, one change that I'm gonna do is all the critical damage, which technically also includes mini crit. It will now be incorporated. So it was always weird if you got full crit, you got hit with a crit something, it lowered the crit multiplier, but then you got applied the damage of blast or whatever. Or if you got full blast resist but no crit, it take that. So it does some weird map, So the easier way to say, like, it's incorporated, which if you do the math here, this is the same amount. It would normally cap at 75. So now it's, instead of the 3 levels, it's 15 levels. So but small amounts. I've been doing more like 10, so I might change it to 10. It may be more like 80% or 70%, so it might be more, a smidge less, smidge more. But you got your blast, bullet, fire, and what are the odds? Melee resistance. And I was thinking the only other damage would be bleed, which I'm like, why not? I'm just gonna that'll do both of them. This, and I was like, for now, I put it on the same scale costing as fire, and then another new one I want to do is debuff duration reduction, which I noted: afterburn, Girardi, Mad Milk, bleeding, gas, mark for death, slow. This would not obviously include like self mark for death. And the vanilla MvM, a lot of this would not get applied unless it's on custom missions. Anyway, There's your movement, jump, height, and what are the odds? I'm removing the health regen because it's basically worthless. But I'm switching it up with is bonus healing from all sources. So you max it out, you get 20%, and basically anything. Any effect that gives you health. So medic metagun, dispensers, health packs. If you're under the effect of a conch, you get the 35%, and then whatever percentage of the health that is, you increase that by 20%. You know, just anything of healing, you get 20% more. And then basically this is where I started to do all the funness. So this is a multiple pass situation. So I just went to the TF2 wiki website to get all the information, and I basically went through and like every weapon's here. I've the fleshed out. I think I'm currently at, where did I stop at? I think I was kind of with engineer. But all these right here is just the vanilla upgrades, and then I just loaded the server, or loaded the game, and to verify all the numbers were right, but made notes were like this. I know like this one it might be a bad idea to do. I may not actually do it, but things like the crits, making sure everything matches. So like the regular, you can get up to 100%, but obviously the crits Krieg you only have 3, which it starts out at 25, which would still give you 100. So should this really get 125%? I'd say yes, but maybe there may be a unique upgrade to the metagun that these don't have to make you really go, ooh, you might want that. It's a tough choice, but that's the idea. And so, and the other part, like I say, use the same system of like scaling the money down, but having more ticks, so you can do more increment stuff instead of having, you may not have enough. It's like you want one upgrade but not enough for the other, but if you do a partial of one upgrade, then you can get the other, but this is not like final. So like but the thing is, I'm making, it's like the idea, other idea I had was like making certain classes in general more cheaper to upgrade, or certain slots in certain classes more expensive or less expensive, vice versa. And so like example here would be like, say, let's just like scattergun. So you can do double damage. So 25 with 4 would be double damage. So now it's been swapped to a 10% with 10 upgrades, which would be still double damage. But the note is that based on the math, it's overall $100 cheaper, which I think this is $1,600, so now it's $1,500, so it's a little bit cheaper. Same thing, clip size. It's the same amount of increase, so 50 times 4 versus 20 times 10, same amount, but it's $100 cheaper. And just sometimes making certain upgrades cheaper, like this might better encourage damage scout when it's warranted. I think, and since this percentage and cost is on just about everything, same thing, scaling to make it worth like getting the ticks, or more encouragement essentially, where it's like same overall price, but when you max it out, instead of 150%, you get 200% max ammo. I think the firing speed here usually max out to 40 and reloads 60. Now again, the $50 cheaper, it depends on which class, but I try to scale it accordingly. But like for this one, the only way I can phrase this same is like the same price overall scaled. So basically, you can now get one extra tick, but it'll still cost you that $250 more in the long run. And then here's another change. I know when we first did in the MvM servers, I know I did this change, which was instead of the regular health on kill, which does not overheal. Well, I guess not anymore. I think it used to like a long time ago, but when they changed that for like the power jack, or I don't remember which weapon, which caused it to indirectly affect it more for MvM. So now it's going to be what's the attributes basically on the half Saltuichi, which is you gain 5%. So every class will have the 5%, but all melee weapons will have 10%. Same cost, it's just double the amount because you are getting a melee range. So, and like I say, the cost is basically the same. So $800, $800. So, and I did note that even though it might seem not that much, if you do any of these upgrade of the bonus healing from all sources, I note here that if you max this out and you max this out, you instead of 50% of your base health, you get 60%. In which for melee, let's see, instead of 100%, because again double, it's 120%. This is basically a full heal, most likely to full overheal. So to encourage more melee based stuff, which would indirectly mean I might need to make demo not crazy, but I might encourage it instead of just going, Scottish resist. Instead of going what I normally go, literally is boots or grenade launcher, but usually Scottish resistance and Islander. Because that's kind of the meta. That's the put it on easy mode. I can just relax and kind of just throw out crit stickies because my crit's Kree medic. So. But I don't think I've added like legitly new stuff because I'd note I added like Soda Popper doesn't have this, so it has the same scaling, 4 and 8, same costing. Let's see if I actually find something like new. Maybe that's something. Because I would like to honestly have this for a grenade launcher as well. So this is temporary. I don't know if it'll work. It may require coding, sadly. But it's like, projectile. Basically, it'll only be 1 tick. Removed options 2 and 4. Because the only thing that would scale is the projectile speed in that blast rate. The slow amount would not go faster. And the... what's the other thing? Oh, the damage fall off. No damage fall off. Those wouldn't change. The only thing that increases that. So it's going to get... I'm removing those, and I think it was... I don't think I forgot to do it. It'll probably be separate upgrades. And I'm kind of made it 1 tick. Because the thing is, getting Rocket Specialist is a requirement. Technically, it's always if you do it yourself or ever need help, and a soldier says like, "Oh, just get 1 tick. You only need 1 tick." That's true. There's no real particular need to get the other ones, but it's honestly too good. The slowdown and the basically no damage fall off on direct hits. That's good. So it's like 1 tick, 400. Same thing, they get 450 or 500, but anyway. Let's see. Let's just keep an eye on the word new right here. Like I say, a lot of it's just oh, here's some new stuff here that I'm just totally around idea. So banners. So every one of these will actually be something addition, but also a negative included because my reasoning is right here. So the only thing right now I can think about you could ever change is like, so the buff duration, make it last longer, but the radius of it. But what if the actual banner itself has an additional effect that hopefully will complement the main effect? So the main difference is it will, when you do a tick, it will also increase the rage required to fill. But I did note it right here. Added a new penalty when equipping this that increases the damage required to fill. But buying some damage upgrades can very easily offset this. It's true. You maxing out damage on anything, you shoot like 2 rockets, it's full. So, yeah. But I think also, let's see. So, like, for example, for this one, you can only do, 25 and 2, so 50%. So now it's going to be 10 and 10, which will actually go, you can actually go from only a 50% increase to double the radius. But then added that. So this would also scale as well. So you get double the radius, but it would require 25% more rage, which honestly is just, what is that? Because it's 650. So 812, which is only 162 damage. That's basically 2 regular rockets. That's not a bad idea for double rage to make sure that basically all your teammates are within it. So everyone can get mini crits or defensive or lifesteal, So I used the same scaling for this one. So the radius itself doubled, same costing. I think also the cost. I forget the math. So wait, 250. I think it's this. Let me see. Decrease the overall scale. A decreased overall scale cost from 400. I think it's supposed to be 400, or is it increased? Let's see. Because in theory, hold on. Because in theory, you'd have to get 4 of these. Yeah. Okay. So it's overall cheaper, but mainly because this, it's overall technically cheaper, but because this upgrade, I kept the cost down to offset it. Because in theory, you'd have to get 250, but 4 of those to max it out, which would be 1,000. But this cost is only 40 times 10, which is 400. Yeah. And decrease from, oh yeah, I should have flopped that, from 1,000 to 400. Okay, yeah. Same thing. So again, same thing. You can double the radius. So now you can basically double the radius. Sorry, double the duration, double the radius, but I'm assuming this would be additive, but not multi, which would technically mean so it'd be 50%. Yeah, 25 plus 25, so 650. So yeah, so without damage upgrades, 325, which yeah, 4 rockets more to charge up. But the main difference is right here, which is I did a bigger increase because this is a probably bigger deal. So besides the mini crits, you now can give yourself, you and your teammates, crits as well. It's a 1 tick. So this is the same thing of those 3. So same thing, it would be a 75% increase if you max every single one of those out. You can double radius, double duration, and you can give yourself crits. So basically every damage source should be able to get some form of a damage increase. Because some things can't be crit boosted. But with crits and mini crits, shouldn't be a problem. Which again, 650. So minus the original. But again, if you have this maxed out, even if you got 2, that's what I mean. That doesn't seem a crazy amount, honestly. But it's something similar to battalions and conch. The only thing I can think of was like maybe knockback immunity. So besides taking less damage, you don't get knocked around. So you can basically stay in the battle or use that to more effectively escape. In conch, I just for now noted that the last steal can overheal. But I was like, what if it's double regular overheal? So instead of 150, 300. Boom. You know. But yeah. Like I say, a lot of this, it's just prepping. Like I'm gonna do more additions, but I've occasionally done the more additions. Like Pyro is definitely the one that's tweaking stuff because this is something that's definitely on my first MvM servers, which is so burn time does not work. Usually, if you go to like the potato group server, that's only if sometimes they'll make it where the upgrade won't work, or it'll tell you like it's disabled or whatever. Basically, ever since I think Jungle Inferno, or it was either Jungle Inferno or what's the last the actual update? Blue Moon. It might have been Jungle Inferno, but anyway, Afterburn is like that 7.5 seconds, and it cannot be messed with. I think you can. It's kind of a pain. But I think it's in the category of when updates happen. I know updates for TF2, ha ha ha. But anyway, it's one thing. I think it's one of the things that easily breaks, and I'd rather not. I'd rather have a list of things that's stuff that can change. But if something breaks, it's not a pain to like fix. So that is default removed, and then the only reason I removed this one is because of this note now includes afterburn damage. And how the math works out, it's also cheaper. So now you do same percentage, so double damage and double afterburn. Only reason I don't mind doing that is the fact that, come on, ooh wow, there goes the. I mean, it may finish off like robot scouts or something, but it's like 8 damage a tick afterburn. I mean, especially on a giant, it's not going to matter. So it's like, why not throw it in there? But yeah, like air blast force. Yeah, increasing that because it's too good. You know. So yeah. Let's see. Nothing particular. Like, I think I need to test these. I don't remember. Or yeah, I forgot. I think that's fine. Removed. I think this I need to. I forgot. So one of these I gotta actually test to see if it actually does anything. Like I need to somehow test this. That'd be hilarious. You stomping on an enemy. Which I don't know since they removed. I actually don't know if that actually works since they removed stomping on like man treads. But anyway, it's like I say a lot. Let's see, yeah. So that's nothing different because like I say I'm doing this like pass over pass and filling in things. I just want to get the initial like setup, done. I'm just going to get to the things I just recently did, which I'm like, ooh, good idea. So heavy. I believe I did this on my old MvM server. So the firing speed upgrade, it's a word. I think the TF2 wiki best summarizes it, which is the first tick works, the second one doesn't, but only if you're using the Tomislav, and like the third one doesn't work, period, and the fourth one does work for all miniguns. It's just how firing speed in the server tick and like how it updates and like, yeah. So I'm like, honestly, easiest fixed. Removing this and make it where you can now legitly, this is the closest I'll do to actual damage bonus on miniguns, which is it fires an extra bullet. That technically it's more damage, but also the fact that you'll actually most likely hit more when you're spraying. But that's, we'll find out. But that's the first one. I just made this note earlier today because I wouldn't mind lowering this, but the thing is, it's too good. But I wouldn't mind the idea of like giving this 10 notches so you can have up to 10 in enemy penetration. So it's equivalent of just like, a weapon that just has one requirement for it. Because I believe this is something we have on, I don't know if it's still on our version of the Brass Beast, which is that each time it penetrates an enemy, it does less and less damage. But technically, if it hits multiple, it keeps going down low, 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 low. I have no idea how the math would work out, the scaling, because if you max it out, it's minus 50% per enemy penetrated. But then, yeah, it's temporary. I gotta just, it's like, just gotta see. But I think all this is just copy and pasted over. Nothing out of the ordinary. Engineer. This is where I kind of start because this is without any notes. Okay. Here's what I got, an ingenious idea. So, right here. Damage bonus versus burning players. Does that make sense? It doesn't, does it? See changes within the PDA. Let's scroll down. Dun, 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 dun. PDA. What's this big chunk of text? I had an idea. Sentry firing. Basically, it's the visual would be what's on the Hulong heater, but it's just on a sentry. There, problem solved. The sentry will emit a ring of fire that gets stronger. It gets stronger with each level, and there's like damage numbers. Just damage number goes up, how the frequency goes up. The damage goes down for the afterburn, but the duration of the afterburn goes up. Which if you do the math, the damage if they get hit and just run away, it goes up with each level regardless. Like you're definitely gonna finish them off if they get too close to your sentry if they survive. I'm like, ooh, I like that idea. I think that'd be a cool visual, honestly. But yeah, it's just I know a lot of this was like part of this was definitely on my first MvM servers. But I did mention earlier while playing MvM, which is like, just remove this, dispose as a sentry, easy fix. Like I said, just move it to the gunslinger, but it's for $1. There you go, problem solved. Let's see. Again, Sentry firing speed. If you know the whole thing, similar thing with it's a similar problem with the heavy minigun. We do have a fix on our server, but the problem is I have to do so much offsetting on like damage per hit to make sure that the DPS is like the same, and so I want to keep the changes applied to what you do with these upgrades here. Okay, and so I was like, it's just removed, but instead it's just going to be a straight up sentry damage bonus. I think so. I believe it's going to be more expensive in the long run. So it's $350 if all three technically worked. So $1050, which I think the math would be $1,000 here. So it's a slightly cheaper, but in theory it'd be less technical DPS because this is technically 25 and that's 30. So yeah, because I think with Sentry firing speed, it's like the first one works, second one only if you use the Wrangler, and third one doesn't at all, I believe. Or it's the same thing where you have to get all three, but only with the Wrangler. It's, yeah. But I try to do a little bit of each, like two-way teleporter. Instead of having a separate upgrade, I'm like, same cost, but what if, again, this is a perk that we used to have on our server, which I think it was removed, which is just when you use it, you get a very high amount of damage resistance for a short duration, just so if someone doesn't type or say in the chat, or if the NG doesn't destroy his teleporter, to be like, don't go through it, it's not safe, you might be able to escape. But anyway, but add another upgrade, straight up faster recharge, which basically if you max this out, it'd be equivalent of a level 4. So it'd be like it'd be basically like 2.5 seconds, so or even faster. Because Sentry, I mean, damage, more damage because of the fire ring. I mean, I could do the detection rate of what's basically on the sticky turret, the where you can throw it on walls and whatnot. But that's about it. Well, you could do the range, but the thing is, I think if you do that along with the damage, it would almost become unkillable. So I'm like, yeah, let's not do the range. It'll probably just be literally damage and then up close damage. That's it, you know. But for dispenser, I got creative with some of this stuff. So there's the dispenser range. I increased the max amount from 3 times radius to 5 times radius, but I did note that if you could get the extra ticks to actually pay the same amount, it would cost the same overall. Or you know, then when I add this is something that we had on our mini dispenser, which I believe was removed. Costing, I'm unsure, obviously, because that's pretty good. This next one, I know effectiveness. I am surprised that did not want to say this is incorrect. This is I just need to Google it. But effectiveness. Anyway, and I just know what that means is basically it's the multiplier of basically the health, ammo, metal, and the cloak given to user teammates. If you max this out, it would basically make your level 3 dispenser act like a level 4 dispenser. Or each level. If it's a level 1 and this is maxed out, it would basically be doing what level 2 would be doing. If you had a level 2, this would be slightly better than a level 3. Because that multiplier is 33% instead of 50%. Then again, if you have a level 3, this would be basically level 4. This one, I kind of like the idea. I've always had the idea of a dispenser or something in which it maybe did less. It gave the less health, maybe. But like maybe the same amount of ammo, or even it gave more ammo and metal and all that stuff, but less health. But what if like when you're within the radius of a dispenser, it gave damage resistance? So you'd heal up slower, but if you get hit, you would dampen the blow, you know. So I did something. I was like, what if it instead just damage resistance? If a person is within the radius of that dispenser, and you're at full health, you'd gain 10% damage, just a little bit, just enough to soften, you know, a crit rocket or something, you know, just a, you know. And I made it cheap. I mean, we could make this I could make this a multi-tick so it can do more damage resistance. But the thing is, if it gets too much, if the dispenser could heal up what the damage is taken, it's almost like they have a constant damage resistance, which might be... It'd make the game too easy. It'd make it too easy. But anyway. There's the metal capacity. So same price overall, but actually increased the amount. But I also added... So I moved the metal regen that's on the players just to the PDA. But added as part of this. And this is and then I think scaling is about the same costing as it was in the vanilla. But you get basically 20 mil every 5 seconds. So it's like, not bad. Yeah, I don't think I have anything. Yeah, because like I said, this is all just the vanilla stuff with initial notes. Yep. And then the multi-class stuff. Yeah. Yeah, but feel free. So that's about it. I'm probably gonna cut it off there. Yeah, I mean, hope you enjoyed that little gameplay of the false start of that first mission, and then the actual thing. But yeah, if you have any notes here, or if you pause at one point, you see something, you're like, an interaction between, say, within one upgrade. Let's just use the wrench. You know, I know that this is an example where it's like, if you use these together, you're like, that could create a problem that I didn't think about. Like, oh, you're right, and I may have to tweak something. But anyway, yeah, if you see an upgrade that, oh yeah, most likely this damage bonus thing right here, it's probably gonna be on all NG weapons, period. But yeah, I was a small amount. I think so. I just yeah. Anyway, but yeah, if there is some change to an official weapon, or a custom weapon that had a certain element that you can probably assume was custom made, or even if you don't assume that, just a stat, we're like, oh, that'd be cool as a unique thing on the Widowmaker, you know, because that's the thing is, besides keeping it uniform between the vanilla upgrades, or what would be on everything, then start adding unique stuff on certain things. Like, you know, how am I going to make the Tomislav? Like, I mean, Natasha can definitely still work, obviously. Brass Beast is like, basically it's like, even me personally, I'll run Brass Beast for like half of the mission, and then switch to the regular minigun once I get once I get all my upgrades and at least say 2 ticks of movement, just so I can, like, you know, I got plenty of DPS, I can move now, and I don't need that extra 20% from that. So it's like, what can we add just to the Tomislav to make it worth getting, you know? Same thing to the Hulong. Like, I don't want to particularly add the overheat mechanic. I mean, I could, because there's more survivability stuff that you could get yourself. Because it's like, we kind of balance the overheat mechanic on the Hulong if you had like one dispenser on you and one medic, and then factored in if the medic, say, used quick fix Uber for the extra healing. But yeah, and so, you know, that's the things that kind of interesting. Keep mind of like, oh, here, I'll share one other random idea I had. It's like, what if for the shields, you can give yourself damage resistance while charging, and then like a very short period when you finish your charging of like damage immunity, in which this just turns into, what was the math? Hold on. So if you max it out for only $300, get 20% damage resistance and 1 second of damage immunity. So, but yeah, I'll stop it. I'll just pause it on this. Yeah, the sticky bomb launchers is probably where I did my harshest like scaling of like making it more expensive, or like, yeah, like less damage but same cost. Clip size more expensive. Less ammo you can actually get out of it. Reload is more expensive. Firing speed is more expensive. The health on kill, because you detonate, you kill 3 or 4 people all at once. You just immediately jump up to full max overheal. So like same percentages but more cost. So yeah, because if you know what you're doing, it's yeah. It's just called jump around, go left and right, dodge, and the game plays for itself essentially. So when I say like these should, yeah, it's because I personally, it's not like I have a specific, professional kill streak just for MvM that may or may not have a decent amount of robots. Trust me, that would easily be 200 or like a Hell's Own equivalent version of that if I actually played MvM way more often than I used to. Like I think I got this whenever the 2 cities. I think that's the last. I always mix up. It's 2 cities. What was the last one that did it? It was whenever the medic shield was at. I think that was 2 cities. I think that's when I got this and my minigun one. The thing is that those numbers are based on probably like maybe 2 years or like a year to maybe a year to a year and a half of like somewhat regular, like 2-3 times a week, probably like 2 matches. So like on average, like one maybe 2 tours a week for like a year straight. But me not being demo man all the time, keep that in mind. So like that's like a portion of the kills. But anyway, so yeah, it should be less effective. Like this is more than enough, honestly. Like, but anyway, yeah, I would love some input, some ideas of like, even the simple ideas of like one weapon in particular, like or one class of weapons, like say all pyro melee weapons. Just the cost, just all the costs is like 25% less or 50% less or something like that. Or I'd say that'd be more like maybe heavies weapons. So it only costs half as much to like max out the firing speed, max out the health on kill. So you can be able to go in and like, do some fun killing gloves like Rampage, and be able to max out your resistances and like fun stuff like that. So you can do more fun builds. That's the reasoning. But anyway, hope you enjoyed my rambling. Like I said, I would love to do this project, but like I say, on this point, I just plan, and yeah, I hope whoever's watching now or watching later, I hope you have a good rest of your day.